Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Odin, its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Commander, we are at the destination. Roger that, let's begin the operation. Sir, we have received a distress signal from the USS Valor. They are under attack by Gorn and their shields are failing. Captain, they can't take much more. Signal the Valor that we are on our way. Okay, let's go to full impulse. Come on, get one through the shield. There we go, that was a good shot. Take the weapon batteries. Let's last the Gorn. We should check on the Valor. That's what I plan to do. Thank you for the assist, Korgat Jr. Our ship is on a mission to map the Pulsar Nebula. Unfortunately, we failed to adequately compensate for the power drain the nebula had on our engines. We retreated from the nebula to make repairs. That's when we stumbled upon an illegal Gorn mining operation. Presumably the Gorn didn't take that well. If you hadn't showed up when you did, Lieutenant, we'd be stuck in vacuum. Our chief engineer says there's no way we can make it back to a starbase. In fact, without new lithium crystals, we're stuck. Sounds like we arrived just in time. These are crystals on some of the larger asteroids here. That's why we headed for this location in the first place. If you could gather some crystals for us, we can make it to safety. Send us a hail if you have any questions about the nebula. We'd be happy to share our data. We can't give you any lithium without shutting down our engines, which is too risky. We'll collect some lithium from the asteroids. Something about the Pulsar Nebula. The Pulsar Nebula is a navigator's nightmare. Because of that, most legitimate starship traffic tends to avoid the nebula. Starfleet has been receiving reports of the Klingons using it as a hiding spot, though, so we're giving it more attention. When the USS Enterprise D encountered the Borg before the Battle of Wolf 359, they hid in the Pulsar Nebula. It's thick enough to block even Borg sensors, so it worked for a while. The Borg adapted, of course. They used magnetic guided charges to force the Enterprise out. If the Enterprise could hide from the Borg in there, I expect that the Klingons could hide an entire fleet. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. But a few more loads cracked open should be enough. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to take out this cruiser here. So, where are the dangers in the nebula? Swirling dust clouds, asteroid fields, areas where the clouds are so thick that the sensors are useless. There is a reason most starships avoid the nebula. We need to boost your engine efficiency. You'll need to boost your engine efficiency if you want to navigate through the deepest parts of the nebula. If the Klingons want to ambush you, They won't find a better place. Did you pick up any anomalous readings? There was an area with an unusually high rate of metallic density we wanted to investigate in more detail, but our engines just couldn't take the strain. I'll send your navigator the coordinates in case you want to check it out. I think I'll go and do that. There we go. Just one of the photon torpedoes to take out the shield, the other actually to hit the hull. Worked quite nicely if I don't say so myself. Or if I do say so myself. Come on, they're almost done. Their shield batteries. Beam these lithium crystals aboard. One more load should be sufficient, sir. What? Really? Nah. Actually, yeah, we'll go for the technological reading. Or get a much closer. Scan unidentified object. Quite easy. Oh, got 4 alien artifacts. Beam the last of dilithium aboard. Captain, another Gorn ship is approaching the Valor's position. Let's hurry up and get back over there. It's one ship and it seems quite large. Maybe it's a cruiser? Yep. Oh, awesome, I just dodged that. Oh, not dodging this one. Oh, same as last time, have one go through. One hit the shield, the other go and actually hit the hull, and wow. Valor just took those torpedoes like a champ. Sure, we'll take their console. We're in your debt, Odin. This is enough lithium to get our warp engines restarted. After we finish preliminary repairs, we'll set course for Starbase 157. If you want to go into the Pulsar Nebula, your engines will need a boost. I recommend you visit Lackey 3. The Gorn drove out the Federation miners there and took over the calcium processing facility. It's only fair that you take some of our crystals back. Thank you for the advice, Valor. Odin out. Captain, we can set a course for Lackey 3 at your command. Well then. Set a course for Lackey 3. Captain, the decalcium processing facility is dead ahead. The Gorn have numerous structures in the debris field, sir. We're also picking up several fighters and frigates. Situation analysis? They know they're in Federation territory and they're trying to protect their ill-gotten gains. I advise we approach with caution. Well then, I guess we'll approach with caution. We shall go ahead and approach this frigate.
Warning, ship is under attack.
I'll have to deal with this before we can beam the calcium crystals aboard.
Target shield has failed.
Go. Another enemy over there, but we can worry about them a bit later. Some kind of interference field is preventing transport lock. It must be coming from a nearby facility. Lieutenant, we can't get a lock on the decalcium. Something's jamming our ability to lock and beam it up. Probably a nearby jamming station. Detecting some suspicious tachyon emissions and signals of Klingon technology. This is more than a simple Gorn mining operation. We need to destroy that jamming station to get the decalcium. We may not be able to beam the decalcium up, but it won't stop us from beaming a spatial charge down. Prepare spatial charges, signal a warning as we beam them to the station. The charges are prepared and we can beam them over as soon as we're in transport range. A general warning broadcast will signal just before we start the transport. And it's over there, conveniently, where another enemy cruiser or frigate is. I don't know which it is. It's a cruiser, okay. We'll kill it before beaming the charges over.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Just to ensure it doesn't attack us in the process of beaming the charges on over to the jamming station.
Target shield has failed.
There we go. And let's just stop, let them get ahead of us. There we go. Take the shield batteries. Beam the charges on over to the station. Board escape vessels are filling the facility, sir. I don't know if we'll be able to beam the calcium up. Yeah, before these frigates get here.
Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Almost got one down. Come on, finish it off. There we go. Take their quantum mine launcher.
Target shield has failed.
There we go. That torpedo in. The shields on these frigates are very weak. Beam the calcium crystals aboard. The calcium crystals are doing the trick, sir. Engine efficiency has increased by 4.7%. And we should be able to boost the impulse drive through to deal with the effects of the nebula. Coordinates from the Valor are locked in, and we are ready to go to warp on your order, sir. Well then, warp us to the Pulson Nebula. Or Pulson. Whatever the name of the nebula was. And Captain, scanners show that the amount of metallic density of this region is much higher than it would be expected for a nebula of this class. There's definitely something big here, and it might be hidden on another high-density object. We should scan all high-density objects in the vicinity. Okay, well, it'll do. The ruined mine so far seems to be the largest. The Klingons have a listening post here that means Klingon ships possibly cloaked. I already see something out there. The mine is played out and abandoned. Okay, so there's nothing there. Disabled satellite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with these birds of prey.
Ship is under attack.
How did the Klingons even manage to build an outpost this deep in Federation space? Probably because we weren't paying attention to the nebula. That's why.
Target shields have failed.
Last one, and then we shall scan the satellite. This is an old 22nd century satellite deployed in this area of space was not well known. It's no longer operational. I'd imagine so. Let's go to the anomalous technological reading. Scan the unidentified object. And some more alien artifacts. And there's an enormous asteroid with a battle cruiser around it. Sir, we are picking up readings of a minefield around that asteroid. Proceed with caution.
Target shields have failed.
Ow! Ow! Okay. You know what? We'll just ignore the mines. Although they do kind of hurt. We'll just ignore them. Once we've killed the battle cruiser, we can do all the cleanup duty that we want. Okay, there we go. Scan the enormous asteroid. Sir, we found something. This asteroid is surrounded by gravitonic mines of Klingon manufacture. What's more, there appears to be some kind of structure on the surface, and we've detected several Klingon life signs within. Are we picking up any transmissions from the Klingon outpost? Judging by the high-frequency transmissions, I'd wager that the structure is some sort of listening station. I recommend we carefully punch a hole in that minefield and send an away team to the surface.
Ship is under attack.
Oh, we can beam over there from here, so we'll do that. Just beam from here. Take the standard crew that I always take, or probably will always be taking. The Klingons, we're gonna have to fight our way to the computer core. It's kinda obvious that we're Klingon. Okay, nothing that way. The facility can't be too large, we need to reach the data center. Oh, great job, guys. Oh, we don't. Get rid of the head honcho. Transmit data. We can upload these records to our computers for analysis, sir, but it'll take some time. We'll need to defend the core until the download is complete. Begin transmission.
Enemy targets uncensored.
Suddenly our guns have gone quiet. A Vulcan Spice Tea. The Odin has picked up more activity in the base, more Klingons are mobilizing.
Enemy targets uncensored.
There we go, almost done. The Odin says that more Klingon ships are approaching through the nebula, sir. We download the data, sir. I recommend that we get to Starfleet intelligence as soon as possible. Korga Jr. to Odin, the away team is ready to beam up. The Odin is picking up several Klingon ships inbound. If we leave now, we can be gone before they arrive. Well, then let's also depart the system. Hail, Starfleet. Well done. Starfleet will analyze the data from the listening post. With luck, there will be something there that will help us in our fight against the Klingons. Get some better impulse engines and sun pistol.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Oh, thank you. We have decrypted some of the information you found at the Klingon listening post in the Paulson Nebula, and Starfleet Intelligence believes there is at least one more of those posts out there. We have the location of a signal repeater which boosts the subspace transmissions from these listening posts. Starfleet wants you to go to the Bomari system, find the signal repeater, and use it to track down the coordinates of the other listening post. When you have the location, transport a team down to the surface and take it out. We can provide you with special charges to get the job done. Can we count on you to keep Starfleet communications safe? Yes, sir. And let's go ahead and increase our starship weapon training. And increase our weapon efficiency. And improve our crew in some way or another. And set a course for the Bomari system. Here, the Bomari system is actually a pretty good distance away from where we were. assuming it is indeed taking us to where I actually want to go. Yes, it appears it is, and yes, it's just far away. I was a little bit worried there because my navigation crew seems to sometimes just decide to not take me to where I ask them to take me. I see no reason to patrol the Tazi system just yet. Or a reason to enter the Risa system. Navigation, wasn't really paying attention. And I believe once we arrive, I shall allow my crew to rest for a little while before we move in. I mean, they did get shot at quite a bit. And so now I shall allow my crew to rest for a while before we actually go into the operation.